Hello, good evening. Happy weekend, happy Sunday. It has been the 20 of the 1 month free professional training, professional diploma training in peace and conflict management. I sincerely apologize for yesterday. I was so much engaged and I couldn't just compromise what I was doing to attend to the training. But I really apologize for that. Wonderful experience. So, but I believe that we'll cover it up with the remaining part of the training. I'm sure we'll be able to cover meet our target for this training. So, I sincerely appreciate all of you for always staying by to connect to the training. And today is going to be the 20 of this training. Um, for those of you that have not gotten your ADR certificate, if in case you participated in the training, you participated in the presentation, and you have not gotten your certificate, let us know. For those of you that also have not gotten your certificate on peace and sustainable development, but you participated in the training, you have written your exams, let us know so that we can assist you to get your certificate, right? And then for those of you that register for professional postgraduate diploma, that is advanced course that you are yet to get your certificate. We're working on it. You'll soon have your certificate. All right. And those of you that want to be inducted in Abuja, you can also join the Abuja induction. And then those of you that are intending to participate in our annual convention and the Abuja induction, you are all welcome. And and then again, I will say this one now, but I will still say it later. Those that if you don't have any group at all, I'm going to open our WhatsApp group for those that doesn't have a group at all. If you don't have any group at all, I'm going to open our WhatsApp group after today's meeting so that those of you that doesn't have a group, you can make a comment so that we know. And if you are in a group and the group is inactive, also let us know so that we can address it. Do you understand? So we want to see how we can resolve all problems so that people can have a group so they can be able to participate in the training. And so next month, we have adjusted our cost a bit so that we can have a holistic cost next month. So we'll be looking at next month training is going to be on human rights and social justice. Right? We just adjust the course title. In fact, we're looking at social justice and advocacy, but we feel that human rights and social justice will be more appropriate. So next month training is going to be on human rights and social justice, and the flyer will be out this evening. All right, this evening the flyer will be out this evening. So those of you that want to know your rights, know what it entails to know your rights, and how what you can do with with your rights when you knows it. It will help you. You can connect to that training, participate in that training, and it will help you. And then justice, social justice. You know, it's not just about knowing your right, but also knowing the rights of others so they can help them to fight for justice. Do you understand? So next month training is going to be a wonderful training, and I will expect all of us to be part of that training. Thank you very much for being part of today's training. If you are joining us, you can do it to share the link with someone, put it on your wall, invite them, let them know that this training is free. They can also participate in it. And even if they are not going to write exams in this one, next training they can do and write exams and get the certificate. So help us to share the link with someone and let them know what is going on here. And also, uh, by so doing, you are indirectly also promoting peace. So thank you very much for taking time to be part of today's training. All right. Today, what are we looking at? Today, we're looking at education, culture, and social reconciliation. Education, culture, and social reconciliation. You know, education, culture, and social reconciliation are, they are interwoven, and in one way or the other, they contribute to peace building, to conflict resolutions. Do you understand? So education and culture and social reconciliation, they plays a vital role to helping us to resolve conflict, also to promote peace. Do you understand? So because we can use education and culture to promote peace and of course reconciliation, you understand. So this is what we are looking at here today. So education and culture and of course social reconciliation are interconnected, right? And they contribute to development of harmonious and inclusive societies. Yes, because ignorance is the worst form of disease that can happen to any society. Societies that are predominantly ignorant in terms of people don't know uh, how to interact with others, because education exposes you, any form of education that you have that does not expose you on how to interact with people, you know, and also not to appreciate other people's culture, that education is incomplete. Any form of education you receive that does not teach you how to interact with people and of course appreciate their also cultural, affinities, that education is incomplete and it cannot help. And it's as good as you are an ignorant person. Do you understand? Because the essence of education is to help you understand your society and the lifestyle of others and how you can contribute to make their own lifestyle better and how they can also contribute to make your own lifestyle better. All right. So that's what it is. So these elements are, contribute to making, to build a harmonious and inclusive societies. Right. So let's look at how these key elements support each other or support in promoting or building peace. Education as a catalyst for social reconciliation. So, by the time you promote critical thinking, all right, education helps individuals to analyze historical injustice and contemporary social issues critically, provides tools to challenge stereotypes and prejudices. So education helps you to, you know, unearth some of the hidden things, some of the injustices, some of the, maltreatment that people feel, face in society. And of course, by so knowing what to do, help you to, fight certain issues like stereotyping and the prejudice, prejudice. So you fight any of these things because of education. Because you know, we are here because we want to know so that we can do. It's what you know that you do. You, if you want to even fight for somebody and you don't know what to do, how will you fight for the person? You will go maybe aggressively, and then you also be committing offense. You understand? So education helps us to think critically. It also fosters empathy and inclusion. It helps us to resolve conflict. It helps us to assess, you know, equal opportunities, provide and assess equal opportunities. Do you understand? So these are the issues. Also, quality education. Do you understand? So now I want us to look at the role education plays in promoting peace, because education is very, very key component of peace building. All right. Like I said before, what you know is what you offer. If you don't know anything, how can you offer it? How, and if you don't have anything, how can you give it? You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot demonstrate what is not endowed in you, right? What you don't possess, you cannot offer it. So this is the issue. So what is the role of education? Or what role does education plays in promoting peace? Number one, education foster understanding and tolerance. An ignorant person is aggressive. An ignorant person is always what? Aggressive. That's why our political elections are always characterized with aggressiveness. Why? Because ignorance is the hallmark of the problem. I get the point now. So, but education foster understanding. That is, it helps you to understand someone's viewpoints, appreciate someone's perspective, and reconcile that perspective with your own, and tolerate even if you experience divergent opinions. That is, you tolerate even when someone's opinion goes against your own opinion. Very important, very critical. So, education helps to foster understanding and tolerance. And this entails breaking down prejudices, teaching empathy, promoting intercultural dialogue. You get the point now? So we can interact at whatever level. It doesn't matter your difference. It doesn't matter our differences. I should be able to mingle with anybody. It doesn't matter your belief system. It doesn't matter your culture. It doesn't matter your level of affluence or influence in society. I should be able to interact with you based on the fact that we are all educated. Okay, so we can interact at a certain level. I learned that one minister is on fire for disrespect. So education will help us to, let me not go in that one. Education is helping us to, understand where we are at the time, so that we will not allocate to ourselves what we are not. Education is not how many degrees you acquire, but how much information you have matters a lot. So the more you read, the more you understand. So protocol, those that are to welcome people at airports should understand how protocols work, so that you will not be misunderstood, and you know you also not be you know trying to discuss diarrhea when there is no diarrhea. So you have diarrhea of the mouth and diarrhea of the other side. So, but education teaches us to understand where we are per time and what level we are per time. Eh, right? Okay, let's go ahead. Another role that education plays is empowering individuals. Now, the skills you acquire here is an empowerment. These skills can help you to do a lot of things for the society. That is a lot of things for yourself and for your immediate community and our larger society. So it's an empowerment. In this training, you get to know what you before now you did not know. That is empowerment. Before now, you did not know how to mediate, you did not know how to arbitrate, you did not know how to negotiate, but you practicalize this in your ADR training. And so you knew better now. That is empowerment. Education empowers people. And that's what we're talking about, human rights and social justice next. So we'll look at human rights education so that you know your own rights. We have a timid population in this country, people who doesn't know their rights. That's why we are easily being manipulated, maltreated, and sometimes locked up in prison. Why? Because we don't know our rights and we don't know how much power we weigh as citizens. We are also operating in high level ignorance because there's high level ignorance in the country, in the land. A good population of this country is not educated. And that's why even development and peace is becoming so difficult to achieve. You understand? Because those are not educated, they are so aggressive. One day I was going to Jabi Market, not Jabi Market, anyway, and Jabi Market, let me say so. Or Jabi Park, towards that Jabi Park. And I was about to turn, and then some guys were crossing the road, going towards the same street that I was about to turn. And then I come close to them, then I match brake and then I stop. And then they were angry. So why are you angry? One, I'm trafficating, I'm going this way, and you are still trying to cross on my front. Instead of you to stay, let me go. You just were walking because they smoke, they went, and I know that they were coming from where they took their weed, and they were just so red with the red eyes, were just, you know, and they were angry. And then they were misbehaving, they were just like, one even wanted to slap me, I said, who this guy? Me like this. I was with Daniel and Janet. I say, Janet, this peace ambassador, I say I will give una today. Oh. Make I go show body. When I was young, I used to fight. Oh. And now with the do peace ambassador, with the calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Even when you are provoked, you calm down. Do you understand? So that is it. Yeah, point now. So empowering individuals. So it empowers you, you know your rights, you know. But why am I saying this? Those two guys, they misbehaved, but they didn't know that they misbehaved. They were still claiming their rights. Whereas I was taught in a primary school that if we are crossing the road, you should check this side and check this side before you cross. You understand? So where were they looking when I was coming? You understand? So these are the issues. And they were angry instead of even apologizing. So empowering individuals, providing opportunities, education provide individuals opportunities, build confidence, and you know make you to be a good agent of the society. Do you understand? Good advocates. That's right. So education also teaches conflict resolution and problem solving skills. Actually, people were doing mediation here now. That's problem solving, mediation. You mediate, you are betrayed, you negotiate. These are problem solving skills. Do you understand? Conflict resolution skills at the frequency of what education. Education help you to get to know everything that you need to know, and whether it is this kind of education we are doing here or self education by reading books, getting travel, interact with different people, different culture, you know. So life skills education, peace education programs are being, you know, like next year now we are going to organize peace, a course on peace education, right? So those of you that will participate in that training, you must go to a school and do something, right? Teach some students something. That's going to be your practical assignment. Everybody, this one is going to be individual. Everybody that will participate in that training, you must go either in your community, in your school, in your church, in your mosque, in whatever association you find yourself. You must go. If you don't belong to any association, go to schools, but you must organize something and share video with us. All right. Encouraging civil engagement. Encouraging what? Civic engagement rather. Encourages education encourages what? Civic education that help you to know that voting is important. Many people, maybe because of bad leadership and the nature of elections that we used to have, a lot of people don't vote anymore. But look at the level of turnout in American elections. Very massive. You understand? Why? Education. A child knows that he has a right to vote. So by the time he turns 18, start voting in Nigeria, for instance. So that's it. I travel all the way from Jigawa to go and vote in my state. Do you understand? Because me, I refused to vote where I was staying. I said I have to go and vote in my village, Gongong. Went and vote. I went and I voted in my village. Travel more. I traveled a distance of more than 500 miles or kilometers. Do you understand? Civic engagement. That is active citizenship, promoting human rights. Promoting human rights. By teaching about universal human rights and freedom, education help individuals recognize and resist injustice and oppression. Next month is human rights and social justice training. So join the course so that education will teach you your rights and how you can go about fighting for injustice in the system, whether it's systemic injustice, structural injustice, human injustice, any form of injustice and oppression, you can fight at the frequency of education. So addressing historical grievances. Education causes you to journey back into history to know what went wrong, that people are keeping grudges, they were keeping marriages. What happened in 1966, 1966, 1967, 1968? What happened? We want to know. Oh, there was a coup d'etat. That coup d'etat claimed so many lives of people, and who were the people that died so much in that coup d'etat? Oh, the Northerners. Ah, and is this the reason why? Yeah, I mean, you understand? So, and so what happened since then? So, how is the situation look like? History. So, you begin to dig deep. So, and in conflict analysis, we say that the first thing that you carry out in conflict analysis is to do what? Study the history of the conflict. History of the conflict. So that you understand the events that has happened over. So, and then this will help you to do what? And maybe through something like Truth and Reconciliation Commission or critical thinking, you can bring all of these things to come to pass and then bring something to reconcile the people and unite the people again. But in our system here, people don't care about reconciling uh, different sections of this country. They care just to continue to use those differences to continue to ride on it and ride into power. Do you understand? That's what they care. So solving that problem means that with them winning election will be very, very difficult. So it's better it should remain like that so they continue to win elections. And if worse turns to worse, they say it openly. I think yes. If you know that you are not from this state, don't come out to vote. If you come out to vote, anything you see, you take. Was it not the very same thing that we hear in last election, during last election? People say, don't come out and vote. If you come out and vote, anything you see, you take. But so from particular this particular region, don't come and vote. I get that point now. Reducing poverty and inequality. Education help individuals to get out of poverty. Because the more you know, the more you can be able to initiate something to give you, whether you work and earn a living or you do business or you do any form of trading and get your own result. I hear point now. Inequality help you to solve. My wife studied geography, but she does importation now. Do you understand? She's not doing geography. It's not geography. She's not working with the Nigerian NIMET or that's NIMET, Nigerian Meteorological Agency or whatever. She's not working with them. She's working as a businesswoman, doing her business, importing things from China to say in Nigeria. You understand? at the frequency of understanding how to do it. But so education help you get out of poverty and face your life. Do you understand? Reduce inequality. Do you understand? So that is it. All right. So empowering women and girls. Education help the ladies to know their rights and also fight for equality, take leadership roles. That's why we have Okonjo Iweala doing massive things there, serving at the highest capacity level. That's why we have the Amina Mohammed, the Nigerian ambassador to the United Nations, doing great things there. Assuming she was given into marriage and forget about education and then forget about everything. How can she be an ambassador to the United Nations? It's not possible. You get a point now. Education, very very. Yeah, take leadership. See our Minister of Foreign Affairs State, Bianca Ojukwu, woman. Better Foundation didn't do well, but uh, the better it do have been a better foundation. If we know better, better education, better but education not enter, better it. But she took a leadership position. Yeah, though she didn't last there, but for the fact that she was there, it shows that ladies, one day we'll have a woman, a female president in this country. It's possible. It happened in Syria Leone. It's possible it can happen in Nigeria. Because it's happening in other places. In Iceland, we have a prime minister is a woman. In Poland, we have a prime minister is a woman. Switzerland, several other countries in Barbados, get a point now. Prime ministers. The president of the European Union is a woman. The former chancellor of Germany, a woman. One of the strongest British prime minister was a woman, Margaret Thatcher. Do you understand? So it's good that we educate our our gay children, empower them. Our gay child, educate them, empower them, and this is the role of education. So education helps to empower women and girls. All right. Let's look at some cultural initiatives. We're talking about culture, education, culture, and social reconciliation. So let's look at some of the cultural initiatives, right, for reconciliation. What are those cultural initiatives that you can put in place to advance reconciliation or social reconciliation? Cultural initiatives play a crucial role in fostering reconciliation by creating platforms for dialogue, mutual understanding, and healings. So let's look at some of those initiatives, right, that we can put in place. Arts and creative expression. Arts and creative expression. So you can storytelling, oral histories, where you tell stories, tell your children what happened in time past. You know, some of those stories now we want to animate them now. It's what we are looking for now is instrument and the right person to do the work for us. We want to animate some of these stories and we'll be using them in our peace clubs, in our secondary school, in our primary schools. Do you understand? So if you are an animator, you have skills in animation, and you want to volunteer, I get the point now. You want to volunteer, then you can help us to animate some of these stories that we can use to promote peace. You understand? So anybody who is good in animation, and we can show you the type of animation we are looking at, so that you can help us to animate some of those stories. And then it's one of the reasons why we are holding on the issue of establishment of peace clubs. I get the point now, because those stories that we want to animate are very important. We don't just want to go and establish a peace club like that. There are certain things that we want them to be in place, and one of these things is it. So if you know that you are good at animation, you can volunteer because we may not have money to pay you, but you can volunteer, all right? But definitely we can appreciate you, all right? We can appreciate you, and so that you can animate them for us, and then so in a way you also be promoting peace. So know that you are impacting your society positively. Maybe by doing so, maybe one day you can get you contract, get jobs that will pay you in millions, in billions. All right, but maybe you can start volunteering for now until that opportunity comes. I get a point now. So that's why it is. So if you are good at animation, please let us know. You can reach out to me directly on 08077987757, and then we will talk better on the issue. Thank you very much. And if you know someone that does animation very well and is willing to volunteer to do it for us, we will appreciate it. All right. So arts and creative expression, storytelling and histories, or sharing personal and community narratives helps humanize historical conflict and build empathy. That's why we need to tell our stories of what happened, the civil war that happened in Nigeria, the religious wars that happened in Nigeria, the political wars that happen in Nigeria. We must craft them in stories and tell our children so that when they grow up, they will avoid that part, the part of religious conflict, the part of civil war, the part of the path of what? The path of political crisis, so that they can seek power without killing anybody, without causing conflict, without using religious factors to rise to power, without using tribalism to rise to power. Do you understand? So we need to craft some of these stories and tell some of these stories so that people can know and avoid them. If somebody must win election and get into power, you must win it genuinely and with a sense of unification of the nation, unifying several factors or several segments of this country, not to divide us and rule. So arts and creative expression help to tell the stories, all right? Truth telling initiatives like Truth and Reconciliation Commission testimonies in South Africa provide space for shared healings. You should start sharing your testimony. So for this training, start doing videos and sending to us. Tell us what you then tell us what you know. All right, very important. So theater and drama. Theater and drama, those of you that study theater arts, you use some of this things to dramatize some of these issues, all right? And that's why we introduce films. We are doing films, right? I think today we release another film as well. So but we hope to do the next one. We are about to start. We also soon start release. We start releasing some videos before this year ends. It's a series. This one is going. The series is going to be very very long because it has to do with service, civil service, public service, and a lot of things that happen behind in the public service or in the private service. I get a point now. So we're going to be acting those stories that happen behind the scene. All right. So just be on the watch out to see some of those stories. That's what we're doing now. Theater and drama used to promote peace, all right, and resolve conflict. Visual arts, public murals, paintings, and installations can help to festivals and cultural exchange. You know, the New Yam festivals are opportunities to unite people. You understand? The Aragungu fishing, uh, how do you call it? Fishing competition or whatever. Is these are cultural activities to unite the people. You understand? Very important. So intercultural festivals, events celebrating diverse traditions should be encouraged. We have the Nigerian Arts and Culture Council, whatever. Used to do some kind of competition and all of that. It's good. Cultural dialogue programs, international exchanges, and workshops allow participants to experience and learn about different cultures, reducing stereotyping. Music and dance. So, those of you that love music, I can dance. I love music. I can dance. Hmm. I don't just want to be a TikTok sensational dancer. I don't want to, but maybe I may. All right. So, you want to watch my dancing steps? Go and follow me on TikTok. Go and follow me on TikTok so I begin to see the all right. But if you go to TikTok, check my name, you will not see it too. Uh-huh. Because my name on TikTok is different. I my name on TikTok is Josh Secret. Josh, it's short form of Joshua. Josh what Secret. That is my name on TikTok. So maybe I may decide to be doing some of my private things. Do you understand? Uh-huh. So, but you can use those things and promote peace and also resolve conflict and also help to solve problems in a society, right? Museums and memorials, all of those things, build monuments to have a collections of some of the things that unite you as a people and store them there. People can go to museums, go and watch and even pay generate revenue as well. Literature and media, books and poetry, films and documentations. All of these help to tell stories. All right. Community-based initiatives like healing circles, cross-cultural collaborations, where you play maybe football matches and other competition. In secondary school, we used to do what we call Children's Day in those days. Now, Children's Days nowadays are not like in those days where we many schools used to come from different. We used to come from different schools, gather in one place to you know Children's Day, play matches. I used to keep, you understand, play matches and all of that. You know. religious and spiritual ceremonies, interfaith dialogues. Religious leaders and organizations can lead initiatives to promote understanding between different faiths and come together. Instead of dividing ourselves on religious line, we can unite ourselves. Our leaders can start and rituals for healings. The Ubuntu in South Africa. So digital platforms and social media are also another way to promote what peace, dialogue to solve problems. Visual storytellings, online platforms allow individuals from different communities to share their experiences and build connections globally. So what are we looking at today? Another topic that we're looking at is the importance of memory and justice in healing divided societies. The importance of memory and justice in healing divided societies, right? Because divided societies must be healed. And why is this important? Why is this important? Memory and justice are critical components in addressing the wounds of conflict, oppression, and injustice, right? So they play a vital role in fostering healings, rebuilding trust, and creating a foundation for sustainable peace in divided societies. This is what memories can do. So keeping memories of the previous things that happened, both good and bad, can help us build a better society. That's why it was not good at all, even to contemplate in the first place, to remove history. Otherwise, how can you remove history? Who doesn't have a history? Which society doesn't have a history? We have history. We are coming from somewhere. We are a people. We have history. So, how does this contribute to the process of reconciliation and recovery? One, memory, preserving the past for collective healings. Preserve the past, right? Don't just allow the past to be like that. Keep record of what happened yesterday. It will help you to explain better tomorrow when the need arises. When there's a need for you to say an experience that happened sometimes. So that's the reason why you must keep memory of the things that happen. Things that happen around you, things that happen in your community. So memory serves as a bridge between the past and the future. So you have to, first and foremost, an acknowledgement of suffering. You have to acknowledge the suffering of people. Of course, preventing historical erasure. His, memory also keep intact what has happened in the past. That's why an attempt to remove history in our school was an attempt to remove our past. We want to hide our past. No one able to know. Building empathy, creating shared narratives. All of these are, you know, ways memories can help us to reach out, to reconcile, and also to move forward. Number two is justice, justice, addressing grievances and restoring trust. So when people face injustice, what do you do? What do you do? When people are aggrieved, when people are keeping malice, give them justice. Justice ensures accountability for past wrongs and provide a foundation for rebuilding trust in institutions and between communities. Restoring justice, restorative justice, and of course, reparations and compensation. And then the rule of law are some of the things that will consider under justice, addressing grievances and restoring trust. The intersections of memory and justice. So memory and justice are interdependent. Memory provides the context for justice. Do you understand? It's a memory that recall all the wrongs that happened because it records it. And when it records it, justice occurs at the frequency of that record. You understand? So why justice validate and preserve memory? Together they help societies move from division to reconciliation. So we have to deploy them, both of them, to help us solve problem of society. Truth commission and educational initiatives can help. Challenges in balancing memory and justice. It's not easy to balance memory and justice because sometimes some of the issues that we experience, we just forget about them. It's as good as somebody dream in the night and wake up, he doesn't know the answer, doesn't even know how to explain it. Competing narratives, impunity versus peace, benefit of emphasizing memory and justice. What are the benefits of emphasizing justice and memory? Promotes healings and closure, strengthens social cohesion, prevent future conflicts. So that's the benefit of emphasizing on memory and justice, right? They help you to heal, all right? Even if it's a group conflict, they help you to heal quickly and move forward. It also helps to prevent future conflict, strengthen social cohesion, promote healings. Do you understand? So this the benefit of emphasizing memory and justice. So this is the much we can go for today. Um, people should pray for me now so that I'll be able to put your material together. I'll put the manual together. It's remaining small. and then so that I can share it tonight or tomorrow. Just I pray for strength so that I can do it. So now we have a good number of people joining us here. Group leaders of every group should take notice of this. If you are here as a group leader, start working on your topics for presentation, most especially group 1 to 20. Next week, we'll try to see how we can do some presentations. Do you understand? So work on your case study, work on your scenario case study, prepare your presentation so that you can present it by next week. If you don't have any group, you don't belong to any group, I'm going to open a WhatsApp group so that you let us know that you don't have any group, so that you can join and be part of the presentation. Do you understand? And if you are in a group and your group leader is not active, let us know and send me their number so that I will chat them and ask them the reason why they are inactive, why their group is not functioning, right? Because now they have topics, they should be functioning. You understand? So we can have a presentation, so we can learn what we need to do and start having a presentation. Right. So I think this is the much we can take today. We will see you tomorrow by 7 p.m. Next week is our convention. So by next week, Saturday, let's see how things will go on Friday. On that Saturday, I'll let you know if we are going to have training or not. But I think we have 2 more modules to do before the month ends. So let's see how it goes. If you have not gotten your certificate on ADR or Peace and Sustainable Development, let us know as well. But in the absence of any of these, let me say good night. See you tomorrow by 7 p.m.